Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be off in the corner, man. Like, you know, I go into a party with my friends, and a few minutes later, yo, where's Ski at? I'm in the darkest part of the corner, eating shit up, tear shit alive over there to myself in the corner. But I wasn't like a step out. I'd be the guy in the corner dancing and busting my own moves, and then another nice guy see me and be like, oh, he think he nice. And it's just on from there. It's like, yeah.
So what was you doing to build up your style? Like what was the, because at this time it's dancehall is big in the 90s and Bruck Up is big, like everything coming out of dancehall is big. So it was like, what did you start off with? Did you start off with that, or did you start off with something else and find your way into this?
Which means as far as what? Starting off as far as
dancing.
Remember, it started from the DJing thing, and then I stopped doing the DJing thing. So, I was in the house DJing, so I was learning the music. And then when I started getting the records, I started honing in on really knowing the music like that. Then I started buying these fucking reggae mixtapes, the Renaissance and the Cash Money and the Stone Loves, and I was like, oh, this shit getting me hype. So I'm singing, I'm learning dance moves, and then I'm walking around with the big ass headphones and my Walkman, and I'm playing these tapes. So I'm in my own world. Now I'm in here teaching myself moves before I go out the door. Cause like, I'm gonna meet with these niggas, and these niggas is on it. So before I step out this door, I'm gonna just be in here practicing a little bit. I just spend so much time in here practicing myself, my nigga, that by the time I stepped out the door, I get into my first battle just practicing and playing around outside with no music. Like niggas used to do it acapella style. All of that. So
that was more so with the Bruck Up.
That was with every style I had.
What styles was you putting?
I never put a name to my style. Like you can even ask anybody, it probably won't even be no name to my style. It's just like that nigga Ski. I never had a name.
By the time you would do that video on Flex, it was like you had what they would say more so like a great Bruck Up style.
Remember that came from like the smooth pop. Remember I was telling you when we being from the Heights, it's like I didn't want to aggressively. I was like a beast on an aggressive tip if it came to that. Like I had my little. I had a point where as okay, we get dancing, and after level 5, if I reach that, all right, I'm going off. That's when the Jenga move came in. The Jenga move was like, it's a move I made. Like that's the move I made when I'm battling a nigga, and in the middle of the battle, I just drop. I completely dropped. Arms, everything just drops. Folded, broken the back of me, bow. And I pop my way back up using my chest, and I revive myself again. So now it's like, you done went 5 rounds with a nigga, and now you thought you killed him, and he done revived himself again, and this nigga's ready fully for another 5 rounds of battling, son. Like, who does that? And every time the Jenga happens, it's a different style. The first style I get killed with, if you kill me and I resurrect, I might have a comedic style. Then the second time I might come back with more of a smoother style. Then the third time I might come back like with a more aggressive style. So every time you battle me, you gotta battle a different style. You know what I'm saying? You gotta battle a different style. I was battling females too. Niggas don't let it fool you. I was battling females too, nigga. Shout out to Safari. I was battling females too, because y'all used to think y'all could get the upper hand because y'all could do that wine and waistline shit. This was at a time, let me say this on the record, this was at a time where dancing meant more than what anybody else could perceive or try to assist in their mind or think about with the gay shit. So niggas was battling females too. Plenty of niggas used to do the whole go-go wine shit and battle females and all that shit too. But I used to battle females on the smooth tip. Being that I was more smooth and I could do this shit like that, I was more level like that too. But you know, real G shit, it didn't hurt if you was a nigga and you knew how to whine a little bit to pull the ladies in. They could always appreciate that. I'm just saying, like, they like that. You're doing it for the ladies. If you're a guy, you're not doing it for the props of the guys. You're doing it for the ladies to say that nigga can dance. Ladies, if you're doing it for a nigga to respect your handle when you handle what you handle. You know what I mean? Just want to put that out there. That makes sense, right?
Of course.
Alright, that makes sense.
Do it for the ladies.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
You get your money while you do it.
For real.
So, when you're not dancing on stage at this time, you're being received as a top dancer in Brooklyn?
When I wasn't dancing?
No. Let's say by the time that showcase, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you being looked at in Brooklyn as a dancer?
You know what? A lot of people was like, yo, son, on some. All right. I would say, I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that question. Because you might go to a lot of nice niggas, and them same nice niggas you go to, like, yo, that nigga ski. So for me,
I've heard that they come up in conversation. It's just
so
like,
I can't. That's what I'm saying. I personally I wouldn't know how the demographics of everybody else kind of perceive it for me to say it like that.
What do you believe?
I believe I bowed out on top by doing what I did. I don't think I had any.
Cause like we covered earlier, where I pretty much said after what you said to me, where it's like before you would join Suspense, you battling the whole Suspense.
Everybody. Yeah.
And it's like if I ask you, yo, did you win?
I would say.
Because they accepted you after.
So I mean,
before the acceptance, did you win?
But the thing is this: do you necessarily have to win to be accepted in? If the most loyalist soldier may not get accepted on that team or get the props he get because of the kills, he may get it because of his courage and his bravery.
Which is cool.
Did I win? Yeah, I win. No, I won.
Alright, because at the end of the day, what I'm gonna
I won because that's how I got down. I won.
I'm about to
Yo,
say,
Peaches, what up? Peaches, what up?
What's up?
I gotta say what up to my sis. Hold on. Let me hold on. I gotta take a pause, please. I gotta say this. Let me say this, man. I won't put this on the podium. I'm gonna say this, man. I wanna put this on a real podium. This is my man. Shout outs to motherfucking Boom Shots. You hear me?
Yo.
But I wanna put this on a real podium of being said. Sometimes a lot of the people that you may not see in the limelight have so much of a bigger fucking impact behind the scenes that you may not know. There was times I was gonna quit dancing. There was times I was like, yo, I'm not doing this shit. Niggas stealing dance moves. I ain't feeling it. Shout outs to my sister Peaches, you heard? Peaches Vin, you heard? Shout outs to my sister Peaches. Shout outs to Peaches, man.
That people out here
she valid. I'ma scream for her. She's valid. I don't want to hear no more. I don't want to hear. If you wasn't there, you can't speak on it. You can't speak down on it. You can't say if you was not there, you're not valid. Especially if I don't know you. If I never heard of you, you got to keep banging. She was there. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, back to the interview. I just wanted to put that. I had to put it out there as a public service announcement. You heard? Shouts to my nephew D. You heard? Shouts to the squad. Facts.
Outside.
Put that out there. Outside. Shouts to Zekwe too. Yeah, I was always dancing. Even the gangsters know I was there. Like, that nigga could not stop dancing. Shouts to my nigga Zekwe. Yo, niggas will tell you. The stories and the linkage, like we may not even have enough footage for that. Like,
alright, so matter of fact, yo, let's talk. Alright, we covered this ground. Let's talk about your time in Suspense and all the people that were there, that all the great dancing will trickle down.
Okay. Alright.
Because when you mentioned to me Black Ice or Black Rob,
yo,
I'm like, I never heard that name, but you remember I brought up, I said, yo, there's a dude I always hear about, Cat. And that's when you went off, like, what?
Yeah.
Oh,
the original Cat Morgan. Shouts to yo, rest in peace, George. Shouts, rest in peace to George. And shout outs to the whole Sidewalk Knowledge family as well. See, it's a lot of names that don't get mentioned. Like, this was a time when half the DJs that was buzzing then not even out here now, and even those DJs brought squads. Shouts to Crazy Beanie and niggas that was out back in the days. But like, that nigga set the bar high. Bro, I can't even say that more serious enough. So it was like I said, remember I said it was levels. Like, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was only tangible and obtainable by respecting what niggas did first, and then really looking at it from a scale of how they did what they did.
Okay.
Cat was a problem. I mean, a problem. My nigga, I'm not even. That nigga was a problem, son. You hear me? He was a problem. And then there was Black Rob, son. No, I'm sorry. Shouts to my nigga Dennis. Shouts to Dennis. Dennis is one of the illest, neatest niggas I know when it comes to moving and dancing. Shouts to my nigga Bingy too. Bingy taught me a lot about like knowing how to breathe, breathing control and shit, and holding certain moves and pause and stuff. I learned a lot from niggas. I learned a lot from niggas. Shouts to Princess, I love you to death. That's my fucking twin, my heartbeat. She initially introduced me to everybody, the rest of the family, as far as Suspense. Brought me to Samantha crib, you know what I'm saying? Introduced me to Dennis, the whole nine and all of that shit. Like, brought me there at the time. Like, brought me there. Samantha baby was dancing. Nigga, she was crazy. Like, she was crazy. But like, I say that to say, we all learn off of each other. It's not necessarily biting if we all kind of crabs trying to get out of this barrel, but you can always give niggas their credit of where it started from and who put you on and who influenced you. You know what I'm saying? Who inspired you. That does not hurt. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come in late with styles that been 2 to 30 times over and y'all act like y'all created it. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Like, give niggas their props. Do what you do and add your finesse to it. And if you really that blessed at doing what you do, it'll work for you 10, 20 times over instead of the other person. But give niggas they, like what you said, give niggas they flowers and they roses. Give niggas they flowers and they roses while they alive. Give niggas they props. Because before this door was open, there was a whole bunch of other doors before we even got there that was closed. And that's a fact of life. Like, niggas used to call what we was doing gibberish. What are you over there doing? Having a stroke, a seizure? Because we over there doing this shit. We over there doing this. Then Atlanta comes out with this.